And my friend Carrie Medina and I just sat down and decided after she was abused and had her camera taken away by a cop because she was filming a black teenage boy being thrown on the ground and held there for questioning for him being a litter suspect. Carrie and I sat down and talked, well, how could we, prevent this from occurring to other people? And we decided to form Film the Police Portland. And it's basically another derivation of the stuff that was pioneered in the 1990s with Cop Watch, and there's hundreds and hundreds of cop watching organizations around the country that I would direct people to. You could just Google the name of your city that you live in and type Cop Block or Cop Watch into Google, and you'll find these groups. You have Jacob Crawford. We Cop Watch is a great organization. You could Google my YouTube channel, Mike Blue Hair. Photography is Not a Crime, or PNAC, is a very great resource to go to learn about people advocating for systemic monitoring of the police to keep them honest, because nothing is more objective than a camera's lens being pointed at these people that seem to think that they have extra rights and extra privileges that they do not. But until we start doing something to hold them accountable, we're not really going to be able to do that.
Do you think that knowledge about your legal rights as far as keeping your distance from police, not interfering, do you think knowledge of those kind of elements are good assets in your work?
Absolutely. If you're going to watch cops on the regular, it's not about thinking if I'm going to be arrested. It's about thinking when you're going to get arrested. If you're going to consistently go out and film the police in your community, you're going to be contacted, sometimes harassed, illegally detained. It's very important to get online and educate yourself. I mean, if you just type Know Your Rights training into YouTube, you'll find dozens and dozens of videos that other activists that preceded me that have put up there. So I would definitely research the laws about filming in your area, in your city, in your state, the ordinances. I would definitely never recommend people going out and cop watching alone. It's always important to have a buddy. There's a few basics that I've come up with over the years that I call it cop watching by the numbers. I could share if people want to hear that. Okay, I'm just improvising this, but it's stuff that I've learned experientially over the years. Number one, never film by yourself. It's always important to have a buddy documenting. If you can and you have the money to, I would recommend live streaming when you're interacting with the police. There's Bambusher, there's Periscope, there's a number of other resources. So live stream everything you can, always film with a buddy. If you're using an iPhone, I recommend the app called Guided Access, because you can disable your phone so the police cannot turn the power off or turn the camera off. So enable Guided Access with a live streaming app and film with a buddy. Thirdly, there's a few things you can do to get all the information that the person that you're filming the police interact with can get to their lawyer. You name the time, the place, the officer's badge number, the identifying markers on the car, and you narrate what you see happening. It's very important to get those details. Police accountability is really in the details, and that would be my basic outline for how to cop watch. I believe America is falling into a surveillance society or a police state, or insert acronym, fascist, whatever you want to call it here. When I'm old and laying on my deathbed, I want to be able to look at my loved ones, if I'm lucky enough to have any around, and say I resisted this tyranny. I believe that Hitler, Stalin, Mao, and every totalitarian regime that's ever taken over a nation state, and throughout the entirety of world history, the reason why they were able to take over is simply this: there was no culture of resistance beforehand. I'm making the best contribution to this culture of resistance that I possibly can muster, and that's the reason why I do all the cop watching videos, and the reason why I risk arrest, and the reason why I risk having my stuff stolen, the reason why I deal with people attacking me for filming. Because honestly, I've had more trouble from citizens that have an issue with me filming the police throughout my 4 years of doing this than police. I've had people punch me in the ribs. I've had people spit in my face. Really?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, keep spitting at people. It really makes you look classy. I've had people try to break my cameras. I've had people, I call it cultural Stockholm syndrome. Copblock.org refers to these people as copsuckers. I think they're just hopelessly lost and brainwashed, but I mean, they literally will throw themselves between you and the police when you're just intending to objectively observe. And that's the psychology that's the real enemy. It's not really the police. It's not really the police unions. It's this culture of obedience that we must figure out some way of creating alternative media to resist. It's one of the reasons why I heckle cops. But I make it a point that when I see cops doing good things to help people, because I really believe in my heart of hearts after doing this for 4 years, filming thousands of police encounters, that the majority of people that want to be involved with law enforcement are well-intentioned people. They're just brainwashed and they believe in the system. And that's what we have to fight, is the psychology of the obedience from the citizenry and the psychology of I'm a beautiful special snowflake and I'm somehow entitled to more rights than everyone else because I have a uniform. So those are the basic two attitudes we have to fight.